Well, the goal of the event is pretty simple: raise as much money as possible for Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. This started in 2012 after Dan Weldon's passing as an initiative from the Porsche Club. And it grew from a $5,000-$6,000 deal to a $300,000 deal every year now. And couldn't be any more proud to be part of it. It really hasn't changed. I mean, I just basically took on a little bit more responsibility in gathering the troops. But then when the day of the event is here, I'm just another pro and mixing it up with the guys and having fun and, hopefully raising as much money as possible. So I think my role has evolved into being more responsible for making sure that the pros are here. So thankfully, through my past, I've made lots of friends in the industry, and a lot of my teammates at Ganassi are coming. 4 of them. The fifth one was on the PR duties with the sponsors, so I couldn't make it today. But otherwise, everybody shows up, and then we have many other race car drivers from the feeder series all the way to IndyCar that come and help us, make it a great day. The real money comes obviously from sponsors and corporates buying the teams, but you also need the support from the racing group being putting it on the map, and I think it's a massive validation from guys like Scott Dixon, Alex Ballou, and Romain Grosjean and Pato O'Ward and those guys to come with me and just putting a stamp on the event, and it's like, hey guys, this is legit. We're obviously here to have fun, but we are doing something really good and giving it back to the community and helping really families and kids that are in need. So I think we all mostly are at stages in our lives where we also have kids, so it's very easy to relate to the cause, and couldn't be any more proud to be part of that one. Yeah, I mean, obviously, a lot of people donate directly to Johns Hopkins and All Children's, and that's awesome. And we're not trying to divert, money or anything. We're just basically trying to find an outlet for people that may not really be thinking about it, and through their love in racing and involvement in go-karting or love for IndyCar and supporting their own drivers, to kind of give them like an opportunity to discover something different and bring additional contributions to those in need. And I think that's really it's really been very important for us to just kind of bring something different that Johns Hopkins might not be able to tap into, and it's turned into the big deal that it is now. And like I said, I think everybody's really proud to be able to donate stuff for the auction. So anybody who wants to bid on any items, whether they win it or not, they raise the bid, they're in for a good cause. They come, and support a team or buy a ride or become a sponsor, they help the cause. So there's, plenty of ways to do that. There's also now the art show that's popping up this year. It will be starting on Friday. The James Museum, you can buy some art over there, and all of the money goes directly to Johns Hopkins. There is absolutely nobody getting paid here. It's all volunteers. So that's really, what's appealing for all of us.
It all started as a tribute to Dan Weldon, who had perished in an IndyCar crash in the fall of '11. A couple of guys bumped into each other over coffee, said, let's do something, maybe a kart race. I knew the guys at Anderson. They called me. We said, let's do it. And 4 or 5 weeks later, we had the first ad hoc race. Everybody just wrote checks to All Children's, and we raised $6,400 with one pro, Patrick Long, the only American Porsche factory driver. And next year we had 10 teams, and we raised $13,400. And here we are 13 years later, raising money for All Children's Hospital. The last 3 years, we've raised $300,000 each year. We're up to $1,635,000. We're aiming, we want to top $2 million, and it's gotten bigger and bigger. And the pros that come volunteer their time have huge hearts to help us raise money to help All Children's help kids. Actually, in 2020, the COVID year, we were the only, we actually raced it in turn one of the St. Pete Grand Prix track with a special track we set up. We were the only race for that entire weekend. The next morning they shut everything down and sent everybody home. The following year we couldn't do it because all of the IndyCar drivers were cloistered. They couldn't risk getting COVID. And so we came back to Anderson on an off weekend and blew through the prior year's money. With, a bunch of pros, but not the very top ones because we couldn't get the Indy guys. And we've gone from there. It didn't slow us down a bit, fortunately. I think everybody's hearts got bigger during COVID. So it's going on, and we're having a great time, and the pros do a great job, and everybody else loves to come out here and run this race. It's up to all of us to contribute to the welfare of others, and for those that can't do it themselves, to give them a hand up. And it's really important. And All Children's is one of only 3 critical care children's hospitals in the state of Florida and covers 17 counties. So whether you're north of the bridge or south of the bridge, All Children's is the hospital your kids or your grandkids or your neighbors' kids go to when they need very critical care. We have a website, kartforkids.org, and there's a place on there to donate, and we welcome donates anytime of any amount.
Sure. Well, obviously you guys are very much aware of what we're doing this for. It's all for the kids, and I can't thank you all enough for being part of this and supporting us. To all the pros for making the effort to being here today. We all know it's not easy. It's a busy weekend for most of the IndyCar and the feeder series. So thank you so much for being here. Remember, this is for fun. Please, nobody gets hurt. Just go out there, have fun, and let's raise some money. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're happy to be at 12+1 years, and thank you all so much, and thank you for your generosity. All Children's is an amazing organization. Thank you.
It all started with an idea to honor Dan Weldon, and we're very happy to have the Weldon family here today with us. And welcome back here. And we started with very small beginnings, and we hope we'll keep going. And thank you all for participating.
All right. First up, what we're going to do is bring Matt back up on stage. Matt's been with us for a really long time. We really could not do this without Matt. Matt is going off to get married next week. He was nice enough to see it. Yeah! And he was kind enough to hold off his wedding until after this race. So we wanted to give a little thank you. So Seb's Nomex from Foyt signed as a thank you to take that with you over the pond. So, Carry on. They'll understand. All right, so cardio access. Howard, are you in the house? I know you got to be here. All the way in the back. Howard, there you are. Thank you for all you do. Howard and Jamie Jacobs from Cardio Access, they're our premier sponsors for the event and have been for many years. Howard has gotten involved with Kart for Kids and Johns Hopkins All Children's doing some concussion research work. Without Howard's extra generosity and work, we couldn't do what we do in the concussion team. Come on up. Danielle's going to give a 30-second quick update. And here you go, Dr. Ransom.
All right, thanks everybody for having me. Special thanks to Howard Jacobs and Open White for their work with us over the last couple of years. We've had tremendous growth in what we've been able to do with their support when we've been able to take our technologically advanced studies and move them further even more. We've been able to check in with our subjects on a daily basis, or we will in our next phase of our study. So we're being able to monitor them on Fitbits in order to access their concussion recovery and see how that's going and compare that to how they look when they're healthy. So all thanks to Howard and Owen and our team at Johns Hopkins All Children's. Thanks to Kart for Kids as well.
It's all a pleasure. Thanks for doing what you do. To put things in perspective, that's taking the IndyCar data, the patient data, putting it all into a big database, using some AI to come up with new solutions for how we can do patient care, basically. So fantastic. Thank you all for that.
This Kart for Kids event is a wonderful event that shows, that the community supports Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. And this event was started, 12 years ago with by individuals who really wanted to memorialize Dan Weldon, a race car driver who lived in St. Petersburg, who passed away on the course, but also wanted to give back to the hospital and wanted to support programs that we have at the hospital. So as the medical director of sports medicine, I'm a benefactor of the concussion research money that is given from this event. And we have a concussion research program looking at youth concussion and trying to predict situations with concussion as to what we can do to treat it better and how we can diagnose it better. Something amazing about this event is it's a pro-am, right? And you think of pro-am as like a golf event, so where pros will play with amateurs, but they've taken that and done it with race car driving, where the pros are out on this course at the same time as the amateurs, and people can come and rub elbows, but also race against their favorite IndyCar pro or upcoming pro. Absolutely. Johns Hopkins All Children's has a foundation page that accepts donations, and a lot of the work that we do is from support of the community. The hospital is here because of support of the community. So every year this event occurs, and there's great things to do with a live or silent auction, but also there are other activities throughout the year to help support our local children's hospital, which is Johns Hopkins All Children's. As a parent in Manatee County, or myself, who's a parent in Pinellas County, we are so lucky to have a world-leading children's hospital right in our own backyard, and that support that is provided by our community with volunteerism, with money, with donations, and then corporate donations as well, helps us to do the wonderful work that we do.
Yeah, I think, St. Pete race for us, the Grand Prix is always a great way to kick off the season, but I also know that, the charity race, Karts for Kids, for All Children's Hospital is there as well the same week. And, a lot of the times you don't have schedules that link up, but it's huge to be a part of this charity, obviously raise money. What Sebastian Bourdais and this group has done has been amazing, so it's been a ton of fun to be a part of it. For the most part, it's just been, obviously we do some outreach throughout the year. This one's always tough just because it's right at the start, so we don't get too much time in St. Pete. But I think obviously a great cause, and helping any children in any way that is possible, is huge. So I think what they've done here, and especially the way they've built it over the years, has just been tremendous, and the amount of funding that they've been able to provide. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is probably to search Kart for Kids. This weekend, or this race is Wednesday before the first weekend that we race each year, championship race at St. Pete. But there's loads of auction online items. You can come to the race, you can check it out, you can try to be a part of it in sponsoring the event. But yeah, there's lots of great stuff to be, and probably the best part is probably coming here and watching the race go down.